Hello, hello. My name is Christian Lee here for Earworm Digital. We're here with. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Mia Barron from Pom Pom Squad. Hello.
And how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm excited to play a show.
I know, and this is fun. We have a little live audience too for this. This is fun.
Yes, the band is all behind the camera, hanging out. So, hi guys.
And you're about, is it like 3/4 of the way done with tour?
Yeah, we're a little over halfway.
Half?
Yeah, a little over half. We're on the tour for 6 weeks total, so we've done like 3.5 weeks so far.
And this is your biggest headlining tour yet, correct?
Yeah.
And how's it been so far?
It's been great. It's nice to actually be able to see people reacting to the music. You know, it's like when you're releasing music and it's online, you know, you're seeing comments and press and stuff, and that's really cool. But it doesn't, like, you don't feel like the human spirit always behind it, you know, and you're just like looking at the numbers. So it's cool to actually see people connecting with the songs.
Yeah. And I think, luckily, the fans have been really connecting because you dropped your album last year. Was it what? Mirror Starts Moving Without Me, right?
That's correct.
And honestly, I think that's one of my favorite albums from last year. It was so good.
Oh my God, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
It was a sleeper.
Yeah.
It was good.
Thank you.
I think it's cool because I've listened to your older stuff. I've been a fan for a little bit too, but I feel like this one is your most, I don't know, like vulnerable and raw, but also it's like kind of like your truest one yet, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think...
And it's funny because it's like the one where, I mean, it's still kind of in the cheerleader persona, but like also more is just you.
Yeah, I definitely think this one is not super in the cheerleader persona. Just
outside of
like,
a few lines, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, are there? I don't remember, but like I'm like 27, so I can't really do the like high school thing anymore. But I don't know. It feels nice to kind of write a more mature album, and you know, a lot of my music before was kind of about like youth and like making up and breaking up and whatever, and you know, that's just like not my experience right now. So I challenge myself to try to write about different things on this one.
I mean, you're still youthful. You're still in your mid-20s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I'm not saying I'm old. I'm just saying that I'm not a teenager.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of good lines on that one. I think it was in Spinnin'. You did like ones like you did a cheerleading chat like MESS.
Oh, Street Fighter. Yeah.
Oh, it was a Street Fighter. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's very true, actually.
Was it Street Fighter or Spinning? You also did one line, which is my favorite line from the album. It was like something about magic, and you're like, it's ass, and I'm like, wow.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's Street Fighter. Also in Street Fighter.
Oh, made an ass for yourself like magic. Yeah.
Do you not like magic? Or?
Yeah, I like magic. I fuck with magic.
But you said it was ass, right?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about a person.
Oh.
So I said you made an ass for yourself like you know, it's like a little bit of a metaphor. It's like a magic trick. You made an ass out of yourself.
Oh.
Like magic.
See, dang, it's kind of like we're doing like
Yeah, I'm very pro magic, but it's just
right
a
now,
funny little metaphor.
What's the videos where they have the artists, they break down the lyrics? It feels like that right now.
A genius
yeah.
one. I want to do one of those.
Thank you.
They're so fun. And I also feel like they always pick songs that it's like the lines like driving my car late at night, and the person's like, this song, I was just really inspired by like driving in my car late at night, and so I wrote that lyric about driving in my car late at night.
But
I'm reading Genius video. Genius call me, I'm sorry.
Please put her on. But let's talk about inspiration, because I think Street Fighter is my favorite song off that one, and I think it's cool because I think you've said in past interviews, believe it was like you and your sister, you guys were very into like video games and just like comic books and stuff like general.
Yeah, all my siblings and I played a lot of video games together growing up, and I think like, you know, being like a young woman of color specifically, I got kind of bullied out of that, you know, like told that that's not something that, you know, people like me do, girls like me do. And as I've gotten older, like I found that there's a really rich community, you know, in gaming and being a nerd a little bit. And so I wanted to embrace that part of my past more and kind of like reconnect with my inner child a bit.
That's cool. And I want to go back a little bit to the inner child, because you wanted to be a cheerleader, because I think that was something that was an archetype for you influencing like growing up, right? Correct?
Yeah, absolutely. I think,
I have a question about that. Would you rather be a Glee cheerleader or like a Bottoms cheerleader?
Ooh. Oh. I don't know. I mean, I loved Bottoms, Emma and I we're mutuals, and she's really cool. So I do love Bottoms. I don't know. I feel like being a Glee cheerleader would be easier. There's less gore involved.
I think you could fight.
Yeah, I mean, I can fight, but I just don't want to if I don't have to.
Real. And I want to go back a little bit early on into your career as like Pom Pom Squad too. I think a thing you did early on, like I wouldn't say like it's a gimmick, but a thing you did was I believe you gave flowers, or you just put a bunch of like flowers on stage. Roses, was it? Or
yes, I used to put them on stage. Now I throw them into the crowd. I have thrown them into the crowd. Like from my very first show, I just had the idea to bring roses and throw them, and so it's become kind of a signature, kind of a bit.
So what inspired that? Was it just on a whim that you're like, this would be fun to do, or?
Yeah, I really love roses. I don't honestly. It was so long ago that I don't totally know what inspired it, but roses were kind of a motif in my first EP, and I just love flowers. So I don't know, it felt like a fun thing to do. I think it was kind of spontaneous in the moment, and then it just stuck. I got a lot of attention because of it, because it's sort of like, who's this girl dressed as a cheerleader throwing roses at people? Yeah, that's the situation.
Okay, and let's talk about this situation right now, because you're in an interview.
Yeah,
and
I am.
Right now I'm having a fun time. I hope you're having a fun time as well.
Me too.
But I'm wondering, do you think we could take this to the next step? Because I feel like you're pretty friendly, so hopefully this doesn't backfire on me. But do you think we could be interviewee to like friends?
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that could be a possible arc.
All right. I love this new arc then. Well, a thing I love to do for my friends is give them gifts. So I have some gifts for you. This is not my backpack.
I love gifts. This is one of my love languages. I really love gifts.
That's
And
perfect, because that's also one of my love languages too.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, first one is a little bit of a throwback, but I think you enjoy it. It's like The Breakfast Club.
Oh my god, that's so cool. I do love The Breakfast Club. Where did you find this? At your local record store?
Yeah.
Do you want to plug
Support
your
local.
local record store? Support local?
Yes, it's Vinyl Junkies.
Hell
Support
yeah.
them.
Hell yeah. I feel like I'm in a Nardwar interview right now.
But yeah, tell me a little bit more about that, because I believe before you switched to music as your major, you were in acting, right? In acting school?
I was in acting school. Yeah, I mean, I love The Breakfast Club. My mom was a big John Hughes person, and so I grew up watching a lot of like 80s teen movies. That was very much her bag. Yeah, and obviously, the high school archetype was a bit of a thing in my project. So, I love teen movies. They're so fun.
They are fun. And I want to show you another fun record that is for you. These are all gifts for you. And it's The Smiths.
Oh my god. Wait.
Shout out to your mom, by the way, because she's the one that introduced you to them, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's her favorite band. And so I grew up listening to The Smiths. I was very scared of How Soon Is Now. I thought it was a very scary song. But then I kind of returned to The Smiths as a teenager, and my mom was very excited. She heard me listening to it in my room, and she came in and was like, "Are you listening to The Smiths?" And I was like, "Yeah, Mom. Leave me alone." I love my mom. Love you. Love you, Mom.
Shout out to your mom. And then another gift we have is a little bit blend of your acting and music. It is from the Beatles, Help.
Oh, I grew up. That was another one I grew. I feel like I keep being like, I grew up on this.
Well, you
but
did. So.
I did. I mean, I love the Beatles. My favorite song was Eleanor Rigby,
Such a good
which
song.
Shelby always clowns me for, because she's like, that song is terrifying and scared me as a child. But I was always very haunted. I was a really spooky kid, so I love spooky things. But
Good.
I'm so
This one's a little
excited.
bit
No,
more
these are
lighthearted.
really good. Yeah, no, these are really good.
Do you think you would ever do a
good.
musical yourself?
Do a musical? Maybe. I think it depends on like what the content of the musical would be. I did musicals in high school and it was fun.
But one for your own project.
Maybe, yeah, it would be a Pom Pom Squad jukebox musical. Kind of a fun vibe. I like that. You're onto something. You're onto something.
Last year was No Nonsense Christmas.
Oh yeah.
So you could do not it doesn't have to be Christmas, but you could do your own type.
I love Sabrina Carpenter. I love that little blonde bitch. Take me on tour.
And we have one last gift, and it's another person you love.
Okay.
But this one's more contemporary. It is FKA Twigs. My favorite album from her too.
Oh, I love this one so much. Oh my god, thank you so
You're welcome.
much. I love FKA Twigs.
Mary Magdalene.
So
Such a bop.
much. No, this is such an amazing album. And I also love Capri Songs. That was like a kind of a game changer for me.
Yeah.
But Twigs was kind of like one of the first women of color that I was really exposed to in like alternative music, and it was very inspiring for me as a young person. She's also Black and Hispanic like me, and so I felt, I feel like as a teenager you kind of like can't be what you can't see, and it was just very inspiring to like be able to see her project. And I very much aspire to be like a visual and sonic artist in the way that she is. I adore her. Take me on tour.
Begging, please. If she watches this, please.
I don't know. I feel like I would freak out if that happened. Like, I don't know if I would be catatonic, maybe.
Have you ever met one of your idols before?
Yes. Yeah. I met Hayley Williams at a party.
Really?
And she was so nice. I was kind of like a little bit of a baby about it, but we were wearing clothes from the same brand, and so I was like, I love your outfit, and she was like, I love your outfit, and then I was like, thanks, I bought it for a music video, and she's like, you make music? I was like, yeah. And then she was like, what's your band? And I was like, Pom Pom Squad. She was like, I've heard of you. And I was like, I have to die now. That's really cool.
I would ascend if that happened to me.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was she was just like the nicest person. I've met Chapel Roan. She's amazing. Really, really kind. And I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. I haven't met a lot of my idols yet, but I also sometimes I don't know if I want to, because I don't want to be let down. Sometimes it's good for someone to be a mystery.
And one of my idols is someone that I think you've interacted a little bit with, and I want to know this story. I heard T-Pain was supposed to be your bar mitzvah.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. I love T-Pain.
He seems like a really cool guy.
I mean, I don't know how actually, like, if that would have actually totally happened, but he did send a video, and that was really cool. Big T-Pain. I feel like he is someone that has not gotten the shine that he deserves. He really changed the landscape of music and is so underrated.
Mm-hmm. Mansion, Wisconsin.
Oh my God. She gave us drinks to drink. We drunk 'em, got drunk. I love him so much. I love him. Cool.
And let's talk a little bit of your time about a teenager. Tell me, what was it like going to places like Park Avenue CDs, Rock and Roll Heaven? What was that
research. Like? It was awesome. It was so inspiring. Those are both record stores in Orlando. I went to middle school and high school in Orlando. And my best friend and I would go to Rock and Roll Heaven during like off-campus lunch, and just hang out and look at all the records. And at the time, it's like music was something I always wanted to do, but something I felt like maybe I couldn't. Like, I didn't see a lot of people like me doing the things that I wanted to do, and so it was like, it felt like a pipe dream, and it's really cool to reflect on that and like go back to those stores and see my album there. So I went into Park Ave CDs, and I wanted to ask if they had my record, but I was too scared, so I made my mom do it, and then they found it, and she went, that's her. And I was like,
dude, classic mom.
Yeah, very mom behavior.
And then let's talk a little bit about your time, because you are like, I would say you're a pretty well-rounded musician, obviously.
Thank you.
And tell me about, I think when you were younger, I think your drummer was, the person that taught you drums was also like a ride operator at Universal, right?
Oh my God, how do you know that? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he worked at the, I think it was like the Yosemite Sam water ride. But I didn't stick with drums. I wish I had. But now I have a Shelby who is very, very good at drums and did stick with drums, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, I mean, Pom Pom Squad, amazing music. But tell me about when you played drums in this band, Honeyland.
Oh, I did not play drums in Honeyland.
You did?
No, that was Spencer Peppett of the Ophelias and I. We did one show as a duo called Honeyland. She played guitar and banjo and sang. I played guitar and sang.
Oh.
But yeah, we only did one show together. It was a very short-lived project, but it was really fun.
That's so cool. And thank you for taking time to do this interview. It's been a lot of fun as well. But
thank you for the gifts. That was so sweet, and it's so nice to meet you. And I like your Crocs.
Thank you.
So yeah. And now
These
we're
are
friends.
custom. Yeah, now we are friends.
They're custom?
Yeah.
Show them the camera. Let me see. What do they have on them?
Okay. Actually, it's just like the logo of Earworm.
Oh,
Fun fact.
that's so cool.
The cameraman, he actually gave me Crocs like this. But then when I was doing an interview with this band from New York, they're called Toledo.
Oh, yeah, I know Toledo.
Yeah,
we
like-
did the Spotify Fresh Finds
Really?
program
That's
together.
so
Yeah,
cool.
they're really nice.
Yeah, well, I think it was not Jordan. It's Daniel. He saw my Crocs. He's like, I will wear these like at every photo shoot if you give them to me. And I'm like, dang, that's such a good offer.
Like the one off,
And he also
the
gave me
ones
50
off of your
too.
feet.
Yeah. No, like these are actually the second iteration. The original
You
ones.
gave them out?
I know. I felt so bad because this is the first time he's hearing this too.
Oh no.
But yeah, no, I gave them. I was like, this is just like cool. But in photo shoots, he does wear the Crocs too. So I'm like, okay, like this was worth. But I'm like, I
that's
feel bad,
crazy.
and like it's such a good gift. I'm like, I need to get these again.
Well,
So
at
I
least
made a
he
custom
kept
made.
his promise. That's the good news.
But I digress. Thank you for time for doing the interview. But I'm sorry, I'm just so hungry.
That's okay, that's okay.
Before we turn off the camera, though, is there anything else you'd like to say? Or anything else you'd like to plug? You know, the rest of your tour, new stuff coming down the pipeline.
Well,
rest of the time is all you.
Listen to Mirror Starts Moving Without Me, the album by Pom Pom Squad, out now. Come see us on the Mirror Ball tour, which is currently happening. We're having a lot of fun, and thank you for watching.